Hey y'all, welcome back. Let's dive in and see what messages Spirit has for you. So Divine Holy Spirit, card flipped out on the floor, Six of Wands. What messages do you have for the collective, Holy Spirit? What is it that the collective needs to know and be made aware of? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of? Help me, Holy Ghost. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, I just heard money talks. Money talks, money talks. And in the brief meditation that I had before this card pull, also had to do with money. I heard something in reference to like spare change. So it had me in an energy of feeling already that, you know, there's some sort of roles reversing here. There was something else that was very forefront, but it slips my mind now. And something told me I probably should write it down, but it'll probably come out in the reading. So I'll be reminded somehow, way or another. Alrighty, here we go, y'all. Let's go. So BS walks, money talks is what I'm hearing. All of these cards so far are face down that are flying out, so couldn't help but take notice of that. Spirit, please allow me to be present in this reading. All right. I'll put my ego to the side. I do not want to hear from my ego. All right, you guys. So I'm going to slide this card up here at the bottom. I'm not sure if you can see it, but anyway, let's go ahead and dive in. At the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups in the reverse. But hold on one moment. Let's see what's going on with this energy. I'm hearing I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age. So that could go a couple different ways right now, but I just want to kind of yield and see what's happening with this King of Cups reverse energy. I don't know, I'm just getting like confusion coming from this card. Like if this were a particular like energy surrounding an individual. It's a little panicky, a little paranoia happening here. But it doesn't seem like it's like they're taking things seriously, or either they know that this is like, you know, I feel like they might be at the end of a little rope that they've been, I want to say, in charge of. Something that they've been in charge of. And maybe this is the energy to where they've kind of been clinging on to this rope. Because I don't really feel like they qualified for whatever this is that now they're panicky about. So if this is the energy of something slipping away from them, it's because they never really had full grasp of it. Or, you know, if I could say it didn't really, you know, belong to them. Like one of these things is not like the other, like this would stand out. This King of Cups reverse and whatever it is that they were in charge of. Because it's slipping away and there's no really way for them to pull it back by way of credentials, by way of, you know, networking, like who they know that can help them. Like, I feel like this is it. Once it's gone, once it slips away, it's gone. So that's why they're in this state of panic, paranoia. But it's like they're not, and when I said they're not taking it seriously, because they knew that they didn't deserve this to begin with. So it's not like they want to fight for it or can, you know, like I said, back it up to show that they really worked hard for this or deserve this, is what I'm getting from this energy here. But that's the underlying energy for this entire reading. So now that we have that interpretation, let's go ahead and get into the cards that are out here. So yeah, I'm just now looking down. I didn't realize this Four of Pentacles was sitting here. If y'all don't know me, I have a window straight ahead and I'm normally just staring out the window. Or either if it's nighttime and the blinds are closed, I'm still looking ahead because, you know, that's just how I do it. I can't explain. But anyway, the Four of Pentacles reverse will have a lot to do with that energy of losing control. So something slipping away. And, you know, there's a lot of pride that comes with this Four of Pentacles reverse. But then I'm feeling a lot of shame, a lot of dishonor coming from this King of Cups reverse. So when I put those two energies together, I'm like, yeah, because the King of Cups never qualified for this. So it's like shameful. But at the same time, it'll be easily released by them because, you know, it's not anything that they can show proof of that they deserve to have this, whatever it is that they're losing. And, you know, the King of Cups, the emotions are everything for them. So this has a lot to do with if somebody's coming in and, you know, exposing their credibility, then they're going to kind of whimper off into a corner and, you know, just kind of cry in the car kind of energy from Friday. You're going to cry in the car. Because, like I said, there's nothing really here to fight for, or they'll be like the laughing stock if they do try to fight for whatever this is, because you never deserved it. So this could be a person, it could be a position, it could be something that they took from somebody, and now since karma's finally showing up, it's like, well, yeah, that didn't really belong to me to begin with. So, and the Ten of Pentacles is everything right now because it's in the reverse attached to the Four of Pentacles reverse. So them losing control of something that made them feel like some sense of value and worth is this Four of Pentacles. They're losing that. And the Ten of Pentacles is like a huge loss. Like if you took the steps from the Ace to the 2 to the 3 of Pentacles, like all the way up to the 10, only to find out right when you got to the finish line, you lost everything, or you know, everything is just gone. That's the Ten of Pentacles. This is interesting because I have no idea where this is going as of yet. Other than it's a loss that they didn't even deserve to have, okay? All right, so we have the Page of Cups here in the reverse. This is kind of on top of this energy. So I'm hearing as quiet as kept with this Page of Cups reverse. So as quiet as kept, I just kind of want to reverence on that energy for a moment. So yeah, something has been blown off or blown the cover. The cover has been blown. All right, let's jump in and see what's happening here, y'all. I'm gonna turn all of these cards over at once so I can see everybody. But this is what we don't see coming, you know, in regards to this energy. So possibly what we had no idea about, but this is attached to your energy collective. So, you know, it may resonate, it may not, but this is not your energy. All right, let's see what's going on here. Quiet as kept. Page of Cups reverse. I'm gonna grab some clarifiers, y'all, because this is kind of seeming like it's too easy to kind of tell what's going on here. But I don't want to look at it that way. I want to know that this has some sort of depth to it. And I want to kind of stick around and see what that may be. Because right now I see a Queen of Wands energy here with the Death card reversed. So there's something that has gone this Queen of Wands way that was opposing this King of Cups reverse. That should be obvious by way of the placement of the cards. I mean, to me, it should be obvious. But that seems a little too easy right now. And then the Ace of Cups is right behind that energy. And then the Hangman reverse. So there's a major decision that has been made. But what orchestrated, with that decision, it orchestrated this Ace of Cups in the upright. So I just heard Jesus take the wheel. And not to mention we have the Hierophant here. And then right in front of that energy is the Wheel of Fortune, but it's in the reverse. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Or maybe you don't see what I'm saying, but I'm going to get into it. Don't you worry about that. Spirit, can you clarify the energy on the table? Please let the cards fall as they may. All right. So Pathway flipped out in the deck. Okay, there's a card that flipped over by that King of Cups reverse energy. There's one more. Ooh, and there's a stack right here. All right, so at the bottom of the deck is the Concern card. I'm going to see what's over here on top of this Four of Pentacles reverse. So we have Judication here. Yeah. So there had to be some sort of mediation here in regards to how this King of Cups reverse lost control of whatever this is that kept them at a certain standard. But it didn't belong to them. Right? As quiet as kept. And the Pathway card, but it flipped over in the deck, so I just kind of put it down. Now, this Seven of Wands, there was pacemaker. I don't know, I just heard pacemaker. But that has to do with the heart, right? Like an electronic device. All right. You guys, wait a second. Let me see what's here with this King of Cups reverse energy. There's a card that flipped over, clarifying why. So the gift card. The gift card. Y'all give me a moment. All right, y'all. So this King of Cups reverse, they lost out on something that did not belong to them. And if they were responsible for being in some sort of position to, however they took ownership of this, whatever this was, the credentials that they stood on were invalid. They were possibly falsified licenses or something to that nature, is what I'm getting here. The Queen of Wands, I feel like, was the ringleader, though. I feel like by association, these two worked together. And the Queen of Wands already had everything figured out. Like, if they knew how to obtain the false documents or the false licenses, and they had people, they knew exactly what to do, where to go, what time of the day to go, what day of the week to go, what back alley to go to. The Queen of Wands had all of that set up. So let's get down to what was lost though with this King of Cups reverse. So if it had to do with license being like a fake or falsified identity license to be able to do something, however they were able to obtain whatever this was. Because I would feel in the court of law, they would try to, you know how somebody would say after the engagement broke up, you know, the other party would say it was a gift in lieu of having to repay like a loan or something, right? That would be something that they would say. I'm feeling like this is like a business sort of deal here, though. This has to do with business. All right, let me just, I know there's been a lot of gray here in the reading. I've barely said too much of nothing. But y'all bear with me. You know, I'm not going to leave you hanging. All right, so child, mature man, distance, horizons. Oh, okay. So you remember when I said I'm in love with a man nearly twice my age? Oh, God, wait a minute. Mature man and child. Oh, Lord, where are we going? Where are we going with this? Spirit, where are we going with this? What is this? So the business arrangement, right? You guys, okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Wait a minute. So I'm getting something about orphaned children, orphan kids, possibly going through the court system by way of this King of Cups reverse. Remember I said somebody has a fake license, a fake ID, a fake something that qualified them to be able to do something that didn't even belong to them. So if we're talking about, y'all, I can't even believe we're about to go here. All right. Let me give you what I got. All right. I hadn't even went through these clarifying cards, but goodness gracious. Okay, no, I'm not ready to disclose that just yet. Because I'm being distracted, but I know that I still need to get through this energy here. What did I say this Page of Cups reverse was? What was this energy? Quiet is kept. Quiet is kept. Quiet is kept. What's this energy here? Y'all, please bear with me. All right, let me just talk my way through this energy, and I know it's going to come. So we have the Seven of Wands. I was talking about, you know, this just being an action. I didn't even get to talk about the card because I got distracted. Not distracted in a bad way, but I got pulled away from this energy. So I'm back to this energy. Seven of Wands, somebody being on top trying to handle different things that are coming at them, possibly serving as distractions, right? So if this King of Cups was operating under some sort of false identification or some false title, licensure, then this was them constantly having to do something to keep, you know, the not spectators, but the naysayers. Anybody who came up with any kind of inkling to come against, you know, what this operation was. Remember I told you the Queen of Wands? New people. So it takes one to know one energy. So this Queen of Wands knows these wands. They're you know, not similar, but they're recognizable. So the Queen of Wands' action was to keep these people at bay, right? She knows the dark alleys, right? Like the back of her hand. She knows the people who have the special machines to be able to reproduce, you know, whatever the scam artists do these days. Because she's like the scam queen when it comes to this. But it's very professional. So that Seven of Wands energy is definitely giving me, you know, if the Queen of Wands had to step in and, you know, distract the people who are, you know, potentially coming up against, you know, it could be like protesters, it could be journalists, it could be anybody. But the Queen of Wands, you know, and you know, this Queen of Wands could have a law background. So maybe possibly that's how they were able to get this king, yes, the King of Cups into position to be able to have some sort of connection with the courts or with, you know, because I know that there would be some sort of agency that handles orphans, but for them to have to come through the courts somehow. The Hierophant would let me know that there's something good about this, but at the same time, as quiet as kept. And then that Four of Cups energy here. You know, the Four of Cups has to do with this could be a play on emotions. And then the Five of Cups reverse is right next to that. Because it's one thing to want to, you know, bring an orphan into your home, in a loving home, provide them with the love and the shelter and the, you know, the just a family atmosphere, right? But because the Four of Cups, these, you know, whatever agency they were working with, would rather see the orphans go to a home and kind of, I'm feeling like a turn their back sort of energy. Once the child is released, then they're like, okay, good. We got them at placement. Now we can move on to the next child, because I feel like it was a revolving door. Either the agency that they were working with, in order for the agency to keep their doors open and keep in operation, they had to keep the kids moving, right? Because if the Queen of Wands already sought this type of agency out, this agency isn't, you know, like the best sort of deal here when it comes to like morals and stuff, principles. Because it's all about money at the end of the day. Okay, there we are. There's the key word for the day that happened in meditation, had to do with money. I said it'll come back up if need be, and there it was. This is all organized crime here. This is that white collar crime. But the agency, I just feel like they just don't want to know. They want to know that the kid's going to a home and they signed the papers for it, and then they did their job. They get to get their check or whatever, however that works. I have no idea, but I know this has to do with, you know, how much money am I bringing home at the end of the day? Because of my good deed, Hierophant. But that Wheel of Fortune reverse lets me know that there's some bad karma attached to this. Because there, you know, the operation is a good operation. It's nonprofit, you know, whatever. We're helping kids find a home. But they're not checking up on the children after the fact, because the Queen of Wands is in on it. The King of Cups in reverse is in on it. But now there's something that has come to a head because there's some sort of mediation that has jumped in here with this Judication card. And because that King of Cups reverse is losing everything. This gift card is also a child card. I didn't even think till just now. The gift card for me also can represent a child, because that's how it shows up in my readings. And not to mention, we have the child card here. So are these children going to grown men who the men are, I hate to say this, but molesting the children? And with distance horizons here, is this like an online operation? Y'all, let me see what else is here with the clarifiers, y'all. I didn't know we were going here. Message of concern, family, room, wealthy man, community, official person, message. Y'all, look at that. Let me go back in case you missed that. Message of concern. So that's the whole reason with this judication coming in. Now the King of Cups reverses is losing everything, or they're in the middle of this. The Queen of Wands is trying to stay over here minding her business because the Death card is in reverse. So there's not going to be any transition that the Queen's going to get caught. They're going to make it right with the world, with the universe, with the children, with the whoever else that they violated through this operation, right? That's not happening here. Instead, there's going to be a new beginning, but it's a new beginning. For me, when I saw this, the Ace of Cups, I felt just lies all over it. And I know that's not what that represents, but emotional wise, because the Queen of Wands is about action. So when I see this Ace of Cups popping up here and with that Hangman in the reverse, so a decision has been made. It was a decision, an emotional decision for a new beginning to keep the Queen of Wands out of sight. Quiet as kept. Pathway card is here. So that has to be some sort of new beginning for somebody. There's a do-over. That ace would represent that here for this Queen of Wands. So I feel like the Queen of Wands is clean and clear. Like I said, she knows people. She knows like scammers that sit in high places, because she aspires to be just that. If she can get somebody in the court system to work in the court system and have things kind of just slide across the desk that nobody caught that in reference to this King of Cups, then she's able to do that, because we do have the official person who showed up. This is somebody who wears the badges. They have the honorees. They can get, this could be an officer, a judge, anybody who has the final say on things. They can declare whatever the hell they want to. Community, I told you she has people. So if this is crooked cops by way of official person, or crooked law enforcement, or judges, or whatever, lawyers, she's got them. Community of them. Wealthy man is here. That's along with that mature man. But this is about power moves here. Quiet as kept. These people have like real good jobs. Like you would not suspect, or either behind the operation, you would not suspect what's really happening here. Family room, like I said, this could be an orphanage where they are providing a home. So that's all that their job requires. So they get to turn their back once it's done. But they know that's that Seven of Wands. There's stuff coming up against that. They have heard things. They see red flags, but they're choosing to stay on top of and try to keep it at bay and ignore it. Message of concern, y'all. Concern was right here at the bottom of the deck. So that's what's happening here. And then message card was here. So, did I say something about, I thought I made a reference about an email or something. Maybe I didn't. No, I did say with the distance horizons, is this being done online? Is this an operation online? All right, y'all. That's what I have for you. I hope this helps.